Hey guys, Abram here back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing the top 5 most advanced Spirit Halloween props in my opinion. Before we get started, I would like to apologize why this video is coming out so late today. I've had some stuff dealing with my school drumline and staying after school. It took a lot of time, but now I finally made this video, and yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so for my number 5 spot, I'm going to have to go with the Hauntress on this one for sure. So if you don't know who the Hauntress is, this is a prop that was released last year for 2020. And she is made by Crazy Crate. Very, very cool prop. A very, favorite prop. Very popular prop. This prop has one of the coolest mechanisms I've ever seen. She pops out to the side very, very far. Nothing that, like we've ever seen before. And she was so popular that we actually got a Ghostface, a reskin of her, and it is still a very cool prop, even though it's a reskin. But yeah, so this mechanism is super duper advanced and very, very cool. For number 4, I'm going to have to go with Grim on this one. Now, Grim, he doesn't do anything super special, like jump scares or anything like that. He's just kind of like a talking prop, but he has some super cool movements. His movements are the most lifelike movements I've ever seen in animatronic. They're so smooth, and these are apparently servo motors, so they fit inside of his actual skeleton bones and whatnot. So you can't even see the actual motors in him, which just makes him so much more lifelike. And he just has so much movement. He has torso movement, arm movement, head rotation, and he kind of nods a little bit. His mouth moves and his eyes move, which in my opinion is probably one of the coolest parts about him, because we don't really see any animatronics where their eyes actually move side to side. So even though he doesn't do any kind of jump scare like some of the ones later on this list, he is still a very, very cool prop. Definitely will be a good seller this year once they start getting all of the actual props in the stores. But yeah. For number 3, I'm going to have to go with Menacing Molly. Now, this prop is not one of my favorites, actually. I'm not the biggest fan of, little girl props. I just don't think they're that creepy, to be honest. But I do have to admit, Menacing Molly is super advanced, and she has an incredible jump scare. Definitely will scare a lot of people. Of course, this prop is a little old, from 2017, but that doesn't mean it's not a good prop still. It still is a pretty good prop. So what she does, she pretty much just swings back and forth like your typical swinging prop. But then as soon as she's done saying her little phrase or something, she literally bends backwards and screams at you. It is a very effective jump scare, very cool jump scare, one that I think a lot of people will not be expecting. The only problem with her though is that she does tend to break down a lot. A lot of these jump scare props that are very advanced do break down, which is very unfortunate, but whenever she's not breaking down, she is such a cool prop with such a cool animation. So for number 2, I actually have 2 animatronics, which they're both pretty much the same thing, just with different costumes on, and that is Demonic Dahlia and Jack Straw. Now, these two both came out in 2019, and these were definitely, I guess, the most popular ones besides Crouchy, I think. But these guys have such a cool animation. In my opinion, is still my favorite animation or mechanism that an animatronic has ever had from Spirit Halloween. It is just super duper cool how they go from sitting, kind of like the sitting scarecrow, but then they just stand up straight in 2 seconds. It's just super fast, super crazy. Of course, these are kind of known to break down a lot, especially Jack Straw, but just like the Menacing Molly, whenever they're not breaking down, these are so cool. I actually own Jack Straw, and he is just one of my favorite props of all time. Probably my second favorite prop of all time. These props are just super, super cool, and I so badly hope that they reskin them more in the future, because I think that there are so many possibilities to have with this type of mechanism. And actually, they kind of did reskin it in 2020 with Fright in the Box, because he uses the exact same mechanism as these two. Except he kind of has it in a different position or whatnot to look like a Jack in the Box. But anyways, these are super duper cool props. I highly recommend them, and yeah, these are just super advanced. Alright guys, we're about to get to my number 1 spot. This is the most advanced Spirit Halloween prop of all time. It is one of the most popular props of all time, and my number 1 pick is twisted Tneck. Like, guys, this prop has so much movement on it. It is just insane how much movement it has. I'm just kidding. It's actually Mr. Dark. Of course, everybody saw this coming. Mr. Dark is a very advanced prop. He goes from like 4 feet to like 9 feet. I'm sorry I am going crazy fast with this. I just absolutely love this prop. Even though he's not my favorite for the 2021 season just because of his design mainly, his animation is just incredible. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's just like a scissor mechanism and stuff, and it's a lot more simpler than it looks on the outside, but it is still such a good idea. It's still very, very advanced because he's just like such an eye catcher, you know? Whenever anyone goes into a Spirit Halloween store, they are going to mainly be focused on Mr. Dark. Even though there's a lot of cool props this year, he is definitely the eye catcher, definitely the most popular one, definitely the most advanced of all time, in my opinion. But yeah, Mr. Dark is just incredible. I definitely think that they're going to be doing some reskins of him in the future. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on what you think the most advanced Spirit Halloween prop is, and if you agree with my opinions or not. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.